first.
Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Lead podcast. This is God knows this.
I don't even know what episode this is.
I think episode 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let me stop. Okay,
whatever episode it is, welcome
back to episode 6 of the Lead podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello. How are you? Actually, if you've noticed, it's only me and Naomi today. Blessing is missing.
She's got some commitments outside of the podcast, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're not important to her.
Yeah.
Blessing, if you see this, we just know like you don't prioritize us. This is affecting my mental health. I feel hurt. Anyway, that's just piggyback off our last episode.
Please don't take it serious.
She knows. Anyway, what we talk about? Now you said you want to talk about.
There's no one I want to talk about. It's not gonna.
What do you have to talk about, Joe?
Today we're talking about like relationship, but in the general terms, and our experiences. So a little backstory.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, if you hear me calling her Funke, it's because that's what I'm used to calling her. But I know you guys are used to calling her Fate, so sorry.
I'll just put Funke / Fate here.
Yeah.
Because I don't understand what she say.
I'm sorry, but it's just, sometimes you just want to say it.
Okay.
Anyway, so me and Faith have been together. Ah, Jesus.
Are we married? Been together. Okay.
So me and Faith have been, we still were cousins, but in reality we're not actually blood cousins.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've been friends since pretty much she was born, because I'm older than her. So
wow.
Since we were born.
Wow.
We're not born on the same day.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So since she was born.
Why is that? You have to let them know why. You have to give them the backstory.
What's the backstory? So our parents went to the same university in Nigeria.
Yo.
Yes, they did.
I said yo.
Oh. Yeah. They went to the same university in Nigeria, although they were not close. Yeah. And then someone said she was randomly in Ireland.
And she seen my mom.
And yeah, they saw each other on the street. And then they're like, I'm gonna say my mom's name. I don't know if I should say it.
Let's not.
And they saw each other, and ever since then they remain connected. And yeah, so ever since, so me and Faith grew up pretty much in the same area. So we lived in Lucan together. We're not in the same house, but close to each other. I'm
pretty sure we lived together at some point though.
Yeah, we did. We lived together when, I think when Nifemi.
Daniel, it was Daniel.
No, it was Nifemi.
It was Daniel.
It was when you guys were living in Ellsford.
It was Daniel.
No,
when
Daniel was born in Foxborough. I remember this vividly. Daniel.
Ellsford?
You were living in Ellsford.
Where's Ellsford?
Ellsford literally near Foxborough.
Okay. Is it the house with the lion statue?
No, that's Foxborough.
Okay.
So Ellsford's.
No, it was when Faye and I were living with us. That's what I'm thinking of. Sorry.
You know they were ever living with you, but okay. So yeah, so we lived with each other. I think when they were like, my brother was like 2, 3, around that age.
Yeah.
And so ever since we're really close. And we're pretty much family. And obviously time, how many years now? So basically 21 years of friendship. And yeah, how has it been for you? How's it been for you?
We've had our ups and downs. Ups and downs.
What's the downs we have?
Naomi likes fighting.
No,
you guys know
no.
already. Naomi likes fighting. Naomi likes I don't know. I think that's what makes us really like good and compatible. Why is she laughing? Because we're both very opinionated and we like I feel like in our relationship, yeah, we both have to have the final say.
Guys, let me tell you.
I feel like we do. No. And what do you mean? Naomi, you know yourself.
No, I actually don't mind if I don't get the final say.
Yeah.
However,
because it's me, you must get
no, not even that.
Yeah.
Because you think you're always right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can never say. It's only recently that we get started to say sorry. Before, never say sorry
all the time.
And if you don't know, so basically, I think when we were about like 12, 13, yeah, around, no, how can I be fighting at that age? No, I think it was like 8 or 9. Yeah, around those age. Yeah, I would go to food, like, so a lot of times I'll be in Faith's house because, well, it's just me and my mom and brother, and then my mom has work. And holidays, I'm going to go to her house because then it's out there. And, you know, especially those days when there's no others and it's just all of us in the house. And then, because I'm in her house, she thinks she can boss me around and she can just be talking to me anyhow. And then,
this is new
so of course, I'm going to speak up for myself. I'm going to be like, no, you can't do that. No, you need to do this now. Who are you talking to?
When did this happen?
No. When? That's the reason why we fought. Because you were trying to boss me around and I would be like, no, stop telling me what to do. You're not older than me. Respect your elders. And then, so that's why we used to fight. Because she didn't like to respect her elders and she was trying to tell me what to do. And I'm like,
I feel like you're keeping a grudge. Because I don't
have a grudge.
So why do you remember?
I'm just saying. I remember it vividly because I remember. Oh my!
Remember it vividly is extreme.
Yeah. But I'm not angry about it. Why would I be angry?
You bring it up all the time.
Okay, you just brought it up.
I didn't bring it up.
Yes, you did.
How?
Guys, retract.
How did I bring it up?
Okay, you guys see.
I brought up that we both like having the final say. I didn't say anything about fighting.
You said that, we used to fight. Guys, replay.
Nobody's replaying anything.
Replay.
Anyway, the next on the story that you're saying.
Anyway, so that's why me and her used to fight a lot. But obviously nowadays we don't fight at all. Yeah.
No.
We don't fight. I don't think. When was the last? I think that was actually our last fight.
We know how to deal with each other now.
Yeah, I feel like through time, we kind of know each other, and I feel like also we kind of accept each other.
Yeah.
So it's a case of Faith is very brutally honest, but I feel like I'm as well like that. So
she is. I don't know what she's saying.
Wait.
She's. I feel like those are characteristics we have because we grew up together and because of the people who raised us. Like if you see like our moms as well, like they're gonna say whatever they want to say, and you're gonna have to accept it. Mm-hmm. My sister, she raised us as well. She's very. She's very. I feel like the reason why we talk a lot is because of her. Because she would like anything happens, you're gonna sit down with her for like 2 hours, have the longest lecture of your life, and and I feel like that's because we broke like that's a lot where I got my morals and my principles from, and because we grew up like that, we find a lot of similarities in what we believe in. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's what made it easier for us to get along. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the reason why we'll talk about this is because with that, we've had like don't want to go there. We've had friendships as well outside of our friendships.
Oh yeah.
That we grew up together, but after time has passed, we're no longer as close as we were before. Mm-hmm. And for us, this is like our friendship is also a testament of the time we've been together and what we've been through. Mm-hmm. Like, even though it might not like something as drastic, but it still kind of solidified our relationship compared to like not it falling apart, but compared to it fizzling out, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What is it like, when situations arose, we just bonded more than actually like fell apart. And I feel like it's a good conversation to have, because a lot of people feel like when they're in times of trouble, or like when there's a situation in a friendship that they feel like, oh, this is my only friend, or we've been friends for so long, blah 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 blah. What am I gonna do? Like you can build more friendships, and you can also repair the friendship that you feel like has broken. Like there wasn't a time when me and Naomi had to repair our friendship, but for us there was a time where we had to repair our friendships with other people, and a plus for us was having each other, because it's like it is hard, and especially having at that time anyway, I used to value a lot of my friendship based on time. Okay, I knew this person for a certain amount of time. We had to be, we still have to be friends. Do you get me? Oh, this is the person that I wanted as my bridesmaid and stuff. All the, the little stuff you think about when you're like a little girl. But life happens, and like having someone by your side when you feel like, when you're at that point where you feel like your life is going to fall apart. Now, back then, it's very drastic, but that was your life back then. That was what you were thinking back then. That was what you were going through back then. So right now, obviously time has passed. We have grown. We have learned from that situation. There's certain things I wouldn't do again. There's certain things Naomi probably wouldn't do again because of that, because of multiple situations, in my opinion. But, I feel like, it's an important conversation, because a lot of people feel like they can't get out of that space. They can't leave such a friendship. But sometimes it's better to leave that friendship than be stuck in that friendship.
Yeah.
And not fall victim, but lose yourself in that friendship because of time. Time is important in a friendship, but time is also not the end of a friendship. There's some people I've met in 2 years that have been way better friends that some people I've known my whole life. Do you get me? So, yeah.
Shade?
Who's throwing shade?
I'm only joking.
What do you mean by that?
Continue.
I'm finished. Continue what you were going to say.
No. But I agree with everything Frank said. From my experience, right, friendships can... I'm grateful for the friends that God has blessed me with. Majority of my friends, people that I call my friends, most of them have been people that I've been friends with for years. But at the same time, because I'm very straightforward. I think it also depends on your character as a person. I can be very straightforward, but I feel like in friendships I also give a lot of grace, and I feel like that's also my nature as well. Whereas a lot of times I can make excuses for how you're acting, and I won't even say anything to you. But I just feel like there's also a line, and I feel like it also comes to maturity. When you get to that stage, it's just like, okay, I'm not tolerating any nonsense. Like,
yeah,
you just get to that point where it's like, honestly, what was this idea? Just saying, there was this proverb my mom used to say all the time: show me your friends and I'll tell you who you are.
Yeah,
That's a big one. Like, if you feel like your friend is the exact opposite of who you are, then it's like, but it's not the opposite that you aspire to be. It's the opposite that you despise. Then it's a question of, okay, why am I friends with this person? Your friendship should be valued. There should be a value in your friendship, in that whatever kind of friendship relationship you have with whoever you call your friend. There should be value. If there is no value, you should not be friends with that person. You can be acquaintances. Not everyone is called to be your friends. Acquaintances, you say hi, talk to each other here and there. But your friends are people that when you're down, you can call them. They're reliable, they're dependable, and there's so much more. You live life and you have so much fun with them. and you share life together. When you have a friendship that you don't share life together, is that really a friendship? That's not a friendship. That's an acquaintance. But attachments, you're too attached.
Like,
No, no, but I feel like sometimes people get too attached because also like it's like a little stigma if you don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
So it's a case of, oh my gosh, I need to keep as much
people as around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, no. Like, there's actually, you know what I'm coming to realize, right? Because I know people have different ways. I've heard different opinions. You know those opinions that, like, oh, if you have too much friends, it's a bad thing. Then some people say it's a good thing because then it shows that you're a good person. And then some people say, oh, if you have...
How is it, okay, for the flip side, the bad thing, what's the reason for the bad thing?
Because they're saying, why can you mix with everybody so easily? So why do you have so many friends that you can mix with everyone so easily?
It's not a bad thing. I feel like it's a good thing to know how to navigate people and know how to talk to different types of people. That is one skill I really want to learn, and I really strive to learn, because I want, I'm the type of person, I like making sure people are comfortable around me.
Yeah.
And but not everybody, everybody is different as well. So learning how to talk to someone who I wouldn't really talk to, learning how to communicate with someone like that. So I feel like it's a good thing. But then at the same time, they're not really my friends. Like, it's just me being able to, conversate with a person when we're in a certain situation. But I feel a bad thing to have many friends would be you're not actually putting a lot of time and effort into those friendships. Because I feel like you need to put time and you need to put value. As you said, you're supposed to be getting value from friendships, but you also need to be pouring the value into the friendships as well. But if you have too much friends and you have too much people around you, or too much people, that depend on you and stuff like that, it's going to be hard to spend enough time with them. Yeah. And then for wrong reasons, you're going to be falling out with people. Or for reasons that shouldn't be there, you're going to have difficult relationships with certain type of people. But at the same time, if you don't have enough friends, when you are in times of need, you're not going to have enough people to rely on. You're not going to have enough, when you need help in a certain situation that someone, has knowledge on, you're not going to have that person there. You get me? Now, there's no right amount of friends.
Yeah.
As I said, there's no right amount of friends that you're supposed to have, but you're supposed to have people who, it can be 2, it can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 20. But that's... Do
you really feel like someone can have 20 friends?
I feel like if they're capable and let's say my capability is different from somebody else's capability. Yeah. If they're capable to pour into all those relationships, to have enough time for those people, to, see if, okay, these friendships are, worthwhile, or I'm gaining value from these friendships, then yes, you can have 20 plus good friends. But at the same time, as you mentioned before, people mistake friends with acquaintances, or people who have networking, or people that are there for a season to gain from. If that makes sense. I feel like a friendship is someone that, as you said, you can call or you can rely on, that they're dependable, that when you're in a situation, you're comfortable enough to pour your heart out to that person. Yeah. I feel like some people would say that you're a friend, but you can't actually talk to them about deep stuff. You can't talk to them about what's going on in your mind, or when you're in a dark place. Sure. That's why I don't want to say statistic wise, but a lot of people who do commit suicide have had friends who, they've left behind, that are oh, they didn't tell me this, they didn't talk to me about this. It's because that person, in my opinion, their friendship wasn't deep enough. Do you get me? They weren't able to communicate, okay, my mental health is not strong enough. Do you get me? Now, I feel like not every single one of your friends you're able to do that with. Yeah. You should have a number of friends. You should have even one person where if something really bad is happening, or you feel like you're such in a down state, you're able to communicate that to that person. That is what a friend is. And it's important to have that in your life. And I feel like I personally have friends like that. But for different scenarios. I'm always like I'm not gonna talk to a friend I have in college about certain things about my life, but I might talk to them about my grades. I might talk to them about my career and stuff. I wouldn't talk to them about the aspects of my life. But that's a true friend for that area of my life. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I just feel like I agree, but I feel like in this life. Sorry, one sec.
Are you okay?
Sorry, I don't know. My throat is just saying something, but I feel like, I used to be like, oh my gosh, I have a lot of friends, and I feel like the more I grew older, the older I grew. Yeah, the older I grew, I've come to realize that there's only so much you can pour out of yourself, and even right now in my life, I'm struggling. When I say, I was speaking to someone about it yesterday, and I just like I'm struggling right now to find time to maintain my friendships. I'm a low maintenance kind of girl, like when it comes to friendships. Like for
Is that a thing?
Huh?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, I think that is a thing. Some people are high maintenance. Like there's some friends that have to speak to you every day. There's some friends that you need to speak to them at least once a week. So I'm a low maintenance. Like I know it sounds bad, but I can go a month without speaking to my friend. And I don't think that's a bad thing necessarily. But it's like when we talk for ages. Like we talk for like 2 hours. And we do chit chat. Obviously there's little small talk here and there, like on text messages and whatnot. But like at least once a month we kind of have like a download, like what's been going on and stuff like that.
Yeah. Is that not just because you've grown up and you have other more priorities?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. I'm a low maintenance, but some people are not like that.
I feel like if you need to talk to your friend every single day after a certain age,
people are literally like that. Like that's what I mean. It depends on the kind of person you're friends with. Like some people are actually like, I didn't think it was a thing, but obviously it is a thing where people really carry this friendship on their head. If you're my friend, you have to because what people do is they try to equalize love relationship to actual friendship relationship.
Try to substitute it?
No, not substitute, but put it on the same scale.
Okay.
So in terms of how you're treating your partner is how you should be treating your friends. So essentially, if you give your partner, you make sure you talk to your partner every day. Why can't you talk to me every day?
That's weird.
But that's what people do. That's what literally people say. Like people say, okay, you're able to pour so much into your love relationship. Why can't you pour so much into the friendship? And that's why you hear people talking about why they need to pour so much into a friendship.
But that's a different level of relationship, though.
It's a different level, I understand. But what I'm saying is that people tend to put it on the same scale.
Yeah.
Because that's the excuse that a lot of people use when it comes to, why you should be a high maintenance friend. So people say, that it's a bad thing if you're low maintenance. That's not really a friend. I disagree strongly because I'm like...
Because for me, if, we're categorizing something as low maintenance, like, there was already a foundation there, but that foundation is strong that it doesn't need enough maintenance. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Like, the low maintenance friends you're talking about, if you are in times of need, you still be able to call them and
100%.
So but that's already a friend. So you just know that in this, like, how do I say it? I feel like every friend turned into a low maintenance friend at some point.
Not for everyone. So people have different standards.
Because if the foundation in that friendship is strong, that we're both busy, we're both living life, we both have stuff going on, that when we actually do talk and when we actually have time to talk and sit down and conversate as adults, because we're now adults, it's true. Like, it will be like no time has passed.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Exactly.
And then when I actually need you, or when you need me, it will be like, okay, yes, I'm on my feet. I can help you in this certain time.
Yeah.
But I feel like if after a certain amount of time, like as an adult, and you constantly, it's like you need reassurance from your friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Your friend. that's an issue because the foundation there is not strong. It's wobbly. Do you get me? Like, you haven't reassured your friend that, I'm
But it's not even about reassurance, because sometimes you can reassure people, and then I just feel like it's a personal issue. And then
that person needs to change.
Yeah.
The one
because it's like, for me, I'm so strict on this, right? Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. And it's like, out of those 8 hours, 7.5 hours I'm working.
Yeah.
8 hours I'm working. How many hours do I have left? You know? And then you also use 8 hours to sleep. So how many hours do you have left? So it's a case of...
Continue.
No, because... So for me, I'm just like, if you're not considered as a friend, and you don't understand that, okay, someone can be busy, or you don't understand that, okay, you know, life happens, then I truly believe you're not a good person and you're not a good friend. Because I don't understand why you're getting angry because someone's not texting you. Like, okay, it's a different case, obviously, if the person doesn't text back at all.
Yeah.
But if it's the case, you didn't check up on me today. It's like, do you not have anything else to do in your life? Yeah. Like, I think especially at this age, where it's like, for me, I love my friendships and I try to prioritize them, but I'm also trying to prioritize my future. And it's like, this is my 20s. As much as I want to live, I want to also build something tangible for myself.
Yeah.
And build that career and all of that I want to build for myself. You can't there's only so much you can divide yourself into. I don't want to be that person that gives only, let's say, 20% into everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I want to be able to give 100% of myself. So if I feel like you are not coming to stress me, that's one thing. For me, stress is a deal breaker. If you try to stress me, I'm not going to be your friend. And I don't care, unfortunately. Like, it sounds so bad, but because I don't get stressed like that. Yeah. I really don't. Yeah. But if you now stress me, and I'm trying to explain to you, I also do my part to communicate, and you still don't want to understand, and you feel like, okay, because I speak to my partner every day, I must speak to you every day, it's just not going to work. Because even the whole partner thing, I'm still trying to get used to it. Okay. You know.
Sorry, we didn't. Okay. Anyway, I was going to say, sorry. Nothing good. I was gonna say, like, I feel like with a friendship like that, probably the reason why, you know, they might indulge or want to be talking to you every single day, because there was a period of time where you were talking every single day.
I think every friendship goes through that, though. It depends. Yeah. Like, if you're going through... Yeah, exactly. If you're going through something, then obviously that's different.
You haven't let me finish.
Sorry.
Are you ready to let me finish? Okay.
Here we go for the next 5 minutes.
So, if, like, a friendship is going like that, like, you know, time has passed, whatever, for a period of time, it was a norm. So I feel like there's a point where you need to communicate to that person and be like, oh, look, either I have a new job or I'm a, you know, new semester, you know, between semesters, you now have all this free time now as well. So you're not talking to this person all the time. You have to communicate to that person and be like, look, babe, or bro, or bruv, whatever. Look, I don't have enough time to be talking, blah, blah, blah. Can we be talking once a week, or can we be talking every 2 weeks or something? And I feel like if they get offense from that now, that's now a them problem. But on your part, you've now be like, okay, I've said what I wanted to say. I've expressed this is how this can be, like, this is how I feel like this relationship can continue, this can go on. Yeah. Or you explain to them like, babe, I not like, oh, you have a problem, but like, oh, you need to chill. Like, because I feel like I'm a big advocate where, like, as you said, we're both very honest. If we're in a friendship, we need to be honest with each other. You should be able to tell me something I do not want to hear, and I should be able to tell you something you probably do not want to hear at that period of time.
Yeah, it depends on how, like, the person you're dealing with.
But that's what I'm saying. If you can't, for me anyway, that's how I, like, categorize my friendships. Like, for a true friend, I should be able to tell you, look, babe, you talk too much. Or, look, we can't be talking all the time. Yeah, like, I have a friend, and I don't know I think with the work that he does or whatnot, he's up at night, like all the time. So there was a period where, okay, he would call me at 3 a.m. I can answer. But now I cannot do that. And I've told him, like, guy, you can't be calling me at 3 a.m. I am trying to sleep. You, like, that's your life. That's how you go. Yeah. He doesn't call me all the time anymore. And he doesn't call me at 3 a.m. anymore. Because I've set that boundary, like, look, this is, like, you can't be calling me at 3 a.m. I know this is your time. But if we want to talk, you can call me at, like, 11 or 10. I'm up at that time. But, how would I say it? We're still friends. We still have that level of friendship that when he used to call at 3 a.m. or when we used to talk at 3 a.m. we were talking whatever. Now that I've set the boundary, we're still close enough. Do you get me? But that's the friendship I have that, okay, when he heard that, it's like, okay, I need to respect her boundary. Do you get me? I also have another friendship where it was like we used to talk all the time. And then I was like, babe, we cannot be talking all the time. I personally do not like FaceTime. I personally don't like it. I'm more of a in person. Like when we're in person, I will give you all my attention. Do you get me? But for me, like FaceTime is kind of like, that's just not really something I'm into. So, when I was like, okay, babe, you FaceTime me all the time. You need to chill. Do you get me? It was like those are the type of friendships where I could tell them something that either I'm not comfortable with or either I needed to set a boundary with, and they were able to accept it because the foundation there is actually strong.
Yeah.
Do you get me? That, okay, they seen there was a problem and they seen that was affecting me is strong. Same way that if they told me something or they said that if I call them at 5 a.m., because me too, I'd be calling people at 5 a.m. in the morning, I don't know what's wrong with me. If I call them like early in the morning and they don't accept it.
Why are you calling people at 5 a.m.?
Because sometimes I'm awake at 5 a.m.
Jesus. And the fact that I actually want to talk to people.
sometimes I'm
that's
like, oh my God.
boggling.
Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, is this person awake? Let me call them.
No.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if they feel they need to set a boundary me, or if they feel like what I'm doing, they don't like it or they're not comfortable with anymore, they're able to tell me because that's the foundation we set in that friendship. But if you set a foundation, like a rocky foundation where like, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings, or oh, I don't know how they're going to react. Do you get me? That's when there's I feel like either it's not in a friendship stage or that friendship is doomed.
Interesting.
Yeah. What did you want to say? That you were talking over me?
Hold on. After 2 minutes.
It's been 3 minutes.
No, I hear your point. I just feel like also it depends on the kind of friends, because I also do believe that as much as it's good to have friends that are the same as you, like similar, but also have friends that are different, and also make sure your friends are also diverse. And this is even something I'm still trying to build. Making sure I have friends in all aspects. So like, if I want to talk about career and I want to go to networking events, I have that friend. Yeah. If I want to go to church, I have that friend. Yeah. If I want to go to a party, I have. Well, no, I don't even go parties, but you know what I mean. Like just having that well-rounded circle of friends is very important to me. But in terms of the honesty, like, so there's certain friends that I can be black and white. Yeah. Like, I'm like, what the hell is that? But there's some friends that you can't say it to. Because, you know, if
you need to be sensitive
it,
around them.
Huh?
Is it that you need to be sensitive around them?
Not necessarily sensitive, but you can say the truth, but you have to be
smart about it.
Yes. Okay, you can't just open your mouth. Because then they will take it as offense. That's where offense comes in.
Okay, but that's knowing your friend, though. That's knowing how your friend is going to take it.
Exactly.
If I know that, you have trauma and a certain type of thing, like, God forbid, or there's a friend that lost their dad or something, and then I'm there making a dad joke, or I'm there saying something. Yeah, of course. That's me being sensitive, and that's not me knowing my friend or something. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's you just being stupid.
No, but like, I hear it. It just depends. Like, some people are just different. Some people cannot handle the truth. Yeah. And some people are not self-aware, unfortunately. Yeah. So it's a case of you just have to learn to figure out what works for you.
But like, not being able to handle the truth and not being self-aware in my opinion, are not like issues, but like, stuff you need to work on.
Yeah.
But, and in a friendship, you're supposed to grow each other. So you help the friend grow in that aspect now.
You feel I help you to grow?
Yes, I do. You do.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
You heard me talk about like how I was finding her with my interviews and stuff, and then you helped me with that.
Oh, yeah.
You took time out to call me and be like, okay, this is what this is stuff.
Yeah.
Other times, if you feel like I'm doing something that's annoying, you call me out on it. And like for me, that's the type of friendship I like. I like friendships where, Blessing goes, Blessing all the time. She'll be like, what are you doing? Do you get me? Like friendships there that keep you online on what you want to be. And the type of person you want to be.
Yeah.
Like I have friendships like, okay, with my lash business, what was it? I've been finding hard to post. Lately I just been finding hard to post stuff. And I have a friend that would be like, Faith, why are you not posting? She texted me, she was like, why are you not posting anymore? I'm not like, oh, I don't know. She was like, you need to start posting. This is how you're gonna, grow with your business or whatever. And she's becoming accountability partner in that aspect. That's a friendship. Do you get me? It wasn't like I told her anything. She just realized herself. And she's seen it in me, or she's seen something. She's like, okay, this is a gap that Faith needs to grow on. Let me help her grow. Do you get me? Like, even though as much as friendships are like paddy and fun and stuff, having friendships, like, for me, after periods where I felt like my friendships were not fruitful, I decided to be very intentional with my friendships. Do you get me? I think you have to go, hey, English, you have to get to a point in your life where you want your friendships to actually be fruitful and be intentional, and like, you're gaining something from it, and you also believe in yourself that you're also, giving to that person or giving value in that friendship. And I feel like for me, the close friendships I have anyway, I gain from all of them. And I feel like I give in all of them as well. And that has actually bettered me as a person. I know money goes as well. I have a friend that he'd be like, okay, how much did you save this month? Do you get me? And normally, I don't want to say it's taboo for friends to not talk about money, but you're not always as comfortable to talk about money with other people. But this is someone that, okay, paycheck has come. He knows this is the time. He's like, okay, how much have you saved? Because he knows, and we've talked, and I've explained that, okay, I want to save more. So, and he's, helping me in that aspect. Do you get what I'm saying? So I feel like, having friends as you said, you want friends in different areas, in different parts of your life, to help you in different things and help you grow. Like, you want people around you that want you to grow. But then at the same time, I feel like you also want friends that they're just fun. Do you get me? But are they really friends? Or are they just people around you that are fun?
That's just acquaintances. You just want company. You should have fun with your friends, regardless.
Yeah. No, yeah. I get what, yeah. There's some people, like, I feel like I always say I know people, but I'm not friends with them. Like, I know them, I know, like, their names, whatever, because of the areas or the places I've been. Not as if I've been to some far off place, but just, the places I've been, but I wouldn't call them friends. And those are like, there's some people where we see each other and it's just banter, like jokes. Do you get me? There's nothing past that. There's no substance to that relationship. It's just like, okay, when we see each other, we're comfortable enough to talk to each other. We're comfortable enough to hang out with each other. Sometimes there's some people that are like, oh, let's actually meet up. We haven't talked to each other in a while. But there's actually no, like, substance, if that makes sense. There's no value that I'm really... Hey, you get value from every person you meet. But there's no...
That's not true. Not true.
There's nothing
about your lesson. So I continue.
What?
If it's not a blessing, it's a lesson.
Don't want to be learning lessons though.
Yeah, but you said that you get value from all your friends, which is not the case. From everyone you meet, which is not the case.
You get something from everyone you meet, not value. I think
you said value.
Yeah, but I said I'm changing my word now. Sorry, ma. Sorry, you made me realize you get something, either good or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not always be good. It might be bad. For you, how have you dealt with bad friends or like friends that you're just not? You shouldn't be friends.
Interesting.
Why are you laughing?
How have I dealt with it? I mean, I just stopped talking. I know that sounds bad, but I feel like sometimes some conversations don't need to be had. And I know this sounds bad, but I feel like when it comes to those whole thing, like communication is important, but honey, some things are just common sense. Like certain things are actually just common sense. If you know that you're being disrespectful, I will call you out on it first time. But if I feel like it's part of your character and it's who you are, and you're doing, it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna let you be, and I give it to God. That's just it. You just stop talking and that's it.
I don't like people like you.
Why?
I don't.
No, but because
I feel like
certain things, it depends on what the situation is, right? But certain things are actually just common sense, and it's just about having morals.
Not everybody has common sense. We know this now. We know everybody has common sense.
No, but there's certain things that should be common. I understand.
But it's not
Common sense. There is certain things that are common. It's common sense to not jump into the front of a car when it's moving. It's
Some
not
people don't know that.
It's common sense.
Some people don't know that.
Okay.
It's true now. Some people.
It's people that want. It's people that want to test.
Have you not seen those videos where it's like, oh, there's something coming, like a car is coming, and the person is not moving, fight or flight. That's how everybody.
Yeah, because that's just them being that.
But you know, the reality is common sense is to move when you see a car coming or when
exactly my point. But people,
then common sense is not common to the point where people don't move.
Yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is that. See how they know that they're supposed to move, but yet they're still doing it intentionally. You see the difference now. It's one thing for you to say, okay, you don't know. Yeah. That's when it's not now common sense. Yeah. But there are certain things that okay, a car is coming. It's a vehicle that is very strong and you know it's powerful. And then you now want to stand there. That's you intentionally doing something that is not right.
But the body system.
No, but you still intentionally saying, I want to stand there. When you know common sense will tell you to move. Okay,
but wouldn't it be beneficial to that person to tell them, look, you should have moved? Like that's what I'm saying. You have to. Communication is key. I always say communication is key. You need to
understand
know how to
that, but it comes
in friendships as well. You can't just wake up one day.
Obviously, it's not about waking up one day.
Okay.
But what I'm saying was that I will tell you.
Yeah.
But I don't have to repeat myself. So let's say you keep lying. I come to you and say, why are you lying? And I don't like it. And you need to stop lying.
Yeah.
And you now continue to lie.
Yeah.
What am I doing there?
Okay, you tell them, okay, the reason why we're not friends anymore.
I don't need to say that.
But you need to communicate.
You yourself, you already know what happened my own is, in this situation.
Okay, they already know and they keep doing it because, they have an issue with lying. That's their own wahala, that's their own problem. But, okay, the friendship, you just stop talking to them. The friendship has fizzled out, it's died, yeah. They now continue with the lying that they're doing. Instead of you telling them, okay, the reason why I stopped being friends is because of your lies. Your lives are bad. Your lies actually.
If they wanted to know, they would have asked.
Got to that point where it ruined a friendship. Okay, that's you letting them sow in the seeds to let them know that okay, you need to fix your lying.
The seed.
I feel like okay, you falling out with someone and not explaining to them or not letting them know, even though you might have.
But it's not a falling out. It's just stop talking.
What is that then?
It's not necessarily falling out though. I feel like when people say falling out, it's a fight.
No, falling out is like the relationship has fizzled out.
Yeah, okay, it's fizzled. Yeah. Simple, it's fizzled. What happens when a drink is stale? It fizzles out.
Drink is stale.
Is the drink ever stale? No. But you know what I mean? Like when the drink when the soft drink no longer has this fizzles. It fizzles out.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. So it's just like sometimes there's no point in watering dead grasses.
How's watering dead grasses though? For me, it's letting that person know and making them accountable for their actions. Like, look, this is the reason why. Naomi, this is the reason why so is happening. Like, this is the reason. Like, you need to let them know and make them accountable. Okay, the reason why this relationship. Has
if I've told you once,
of your actions.
I understand that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I've already told you. Now it depends on the situation.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like when you're in the state, you kind of know the person. Okay, first of all, you should know your friend. The kind of person I am, I just don't have tolerance for nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have the time. Mm-hmm. So if I feel like it's just, and lies is one thing I despise.
Yeah.
With a passion. So for me, if you know me, you know that. Mm-hmm. And if you're now intentionally doing it, mm-hmm. I never think, okay, you're lying to other people, you're lying to my face. I've already told you once about it, and you want to continue, then I'm not going to talk to you. Why am I talking to you for?
Just giving them, making them.
No, but I don't need, you already know, because I already told you. You don't need to, if you really want to know why we stopped talking, you can come to me. Mm-hmm. No problem. And I'll explain. But why should I now go to you and now be saying, oh yeah.
I'm not saying you should go to them. I feel like in anything in life, there needs to be a conclusion. There's introduction. Not everything needs a conclusion. It needs to be concluded.
Why?
There needs to be a finish.
Why?
Because I feel like that's why you really get the lesson of the thing.
Sometimes that way you just learn to stress yourself and give yourself unnecessary headache.
How's that unnecessary headache?
There's certain things in life you will not get conclusion from. You can't control everything in life. Mm-hmm. Life happens. It is what it is. Mm-hmm. Let's move on. Simple. No. Let's not try to make life complicated. Life is actually, when I come to realize, life is so simple.
Yeah.
It's so simple. And I'm trying to be positive. So, obviously, number one thing is to be positive and be happy. Mm-hmm. Those two things, and your life will be simple. Mm-hmm. So, if I feel like you're coming against me in that aspect, and you're bringing stress to my life, that's your own.
Who are you talking to? Are you trying to address somebody?
No, I'm just saying, but that's your own. Like, it's not, because for me, I don't even want to talk. It's not even I don't want to talk about it. It's more of a thing of, okay, I'm just going to let you to be. And if that's who you are, that's fine. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to let you to be and move on. Okay. I just want peace. I don't need to talk to her and say, oh, this is why. No. If you want to know, you can come and ask me. Mm. But I just feel like if you want a peaceful life, sometimes just leave the situation. And that's it. You don't owe anybody any explanation.
Okay.
So, that's my own take on it. But
okay, ma'am.
You can agree to disagree.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to say yes, ma'am, to me.
What's I supposed to say? I don't say yes, ma'am.
But yeah, I feel like also when it comes to friendships, character is important. Make sure you're a good person. Make sure you are a good person. And a question I constantly ask myself is that would I be friends with myself? Would I be friends with myself? That's one thing you really need to ask yourself and be honest about it. And yeah, be honest about yourself, whatnot. But anything else?
Friendship, or just relationship in general.
Oh yeah, sorry. One thing I've learned in friendships and relationships: pride has to go. For me, pride has to go. What do I mean? I don't think I'm a prideful person, right? And I can say sorry, but one thing I'm supposed to realize is the way you even say certain things. You can't just be like, sorry. No. I am sorry. I didn't mean it. No, I didn't mean to hurt you like this. For me, I used to struggle with that because, I already said sorry. But it's not enough for the other person. So then you have to learn to kind of put yourself down a bit. And obviously, when the Bible talks about dying for yourself, that's part of it. You have to die to yourself and be like, okay, this person is not asking me to do something against my morals or my values, but actually this person is just making me to communicate better. Why am I struggling to do that? So it's one of them things where you have to die to yourself and just be like, yeah, I was sorry, and just try and please the person. Because as much as, yes, you can say, oh, I'm taking this value, you also need to make sure that that other person is also getting value from you. And that's one way you maintain friendships. Maintaining friendships is very important. And it's a character that will maintain the friendships. You have bad character, your friendships are gonna go down the drain. And yeah, that's it. But anything else you want to say?
I don't know if you're addressing romantic relationships though.
No, it's just like if your friends say, like, I was talking about like aspects of like apologizing, for example. Like some people don't like it when they say just sorry.
Me too, I hate it.
Okay.
You know the reason why. Because to be honest, my sister used to be like, did I fall down? So someone says sorry, she would be like, did I fall down? Instead of like, because you have to explain why you're sorry. Because normally if someone falls down, you're like, oh, sorry. But she would be like, I didn't fall down, so why are you telling me sorry? Do you get me? Nah. Anyway, it sounds better in her own tone of voice. But I feel like my own final conclusion to this friendship or relationship topic would be realizing that just be the best person you can be. Just be the best person you can be, and be true to yourself, true to your morals, true to the guidelines God has given you. It's not guidelines, but like commandment God has given you. You know, love yourself, love your neighbors. Like
Christ loved the church.
Make sure that you love everyone wholeheartedly.
Even your enemies.
Your enemies included. Don't hate people. Not don't hate people, but like, especially if there's no reason to DM me. Like you have a lot of trolling, and you have a lot of people that you dislike for no reason. Just make sure you love everyone. Give everyone the benefit of the doubt when it comes to stuff.
Yeah,
they're going through their own thing. They're, or they don't know. They're naive or they're ignorant or whatever. Like, or just make sure that you're doing this because of you and because of your values and what you believe in, and just make sure you love everybody and give everyone the respect that they deserve.
Yeah.
As a human being or as a person.
And also, forgiveness is important. Like, I know you're gonna be like, it contradicts what I was saying earlier on, but obviously there's a line, okay. But also, forgiveness is important. You can forgive and walk away. Just forgive. Like sometimes it has to be. That's why if you try to get to a conclusion of everything, there's gonna be some roadblocks, and you're just not gonna be happy in certain stages. So just learn to forgive. Forgive, even if the person doesn't apologize. In your mind, just forgive the person.
Yeah.
Like if the person apologizes, okay, it's a plus. But in your mind, you've already apologized. Like it's already done.
Yeah.
So having that mindset is also helpful, and it will give you a lot of peace. Like in this life, have peace, and just be happy and be positive.
Because I feel like if you don't forgive, that's you holding grudges. Because every time you see that person, I know myself. I hate holding grudges. And there was one period in my life, a whole year I hold a grudge, and I said, I'm never doing this stuff again in my life. I said, God forbid. Because you're going to hold it, and every time you see that person, you're going to, I don't like this person. You have to constantly remind yourself why you don't like that person. It's a toll on yourself. Like, I heard a thing, or not a thing, but, I don't know if it's even research, if it's even real, but that a lot of sicknesses have to do with like unforgiveness.
Yeah,
and
it's true.
But it's true because you're carrying your that year specifically that I was just holding a grudge. I was like, I can't do this because it was physically affecting me. My mental health as well as affecting my mental health. Now imagine you doing that for 10, 15 years. Jesus Christ. Of course, you can actually fall physically ill over something like that.
And you know what? Because a lot of times they say that a lot of sicknesses are actually mental thingies.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting because every time you hold a grudge, it affects your mental health first. Because obviously you're put under duress, when you see the person. But you know what's funny? The other person is probably just living life. And then you're the one now getting a headache and getting all of this. What's the point?
Overthinking the
life is for the living.
Yeah.
Life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
So forgive and move on.
Move
Forgive and forget, yes, but sometimes you can't actually forget. But forgive and move on. Forgive and move on with your life. Forgive and take the lesson, like true good, true bad, take the lesson from it. There's always a lesson in everything. Take the lesson in that friendship. Okay, know that this is why I do not like in friendship. This is why I like in friendships, from old friendships that have hurt you in the past. Take the lesson, learn from the lesson. Do not, once you learn from it, don't fall into that mistake again.
Yeah, and also, if you go through a friendship breakup, heal, and don't use it against someone. Can you just stop? Heal, and don't. Now you just distracted me. Yeah, Sha. Definitely, one thing I want to say. The last thing is heal. Like, if you go through some friendship hurts, heal. Because a lot of people like to impose the hurts they got from the other friendships to another friendship.
Yeah.
And it's just a cycle. Heal from the friendship. Not everybody's a bad friend. Not everybody's out to get you. Not everybody's jealous, okay?
You're not even that important. Ooh. That's
not what I said, but anyway.
Sometimes, you might think that, this person's out to get you, but sometimes you're actually not that, you're not that person.
Yeah, exactly. Because what I've actually come to realize, is that no, because one thing I learned recently is people actually don't care that much. But in our mind, we think that everybody cares so much about us.
Yeah.
But in reality, in their point of view, they don't care.
It's true, because do I actually care about that person like that?
They don't care. So.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was a good conversation.
Yeah, it was a little more like conversation between friends.
Anyway,
so we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all of the above.
Jesus.
What are you saying?
So continue.
What are you saying, Jesus?
Loves me.
Bye, Slangafo.